It is almost impossible to imagine, but a heavenly chorus is rising in the middle of so much heartache and devastation. 1 week after their lives were turned upside down, newlyweds Rialan and Rodolfo say there is no better place to be than at church for evening mass.
We came to pray for our city, our families, and our children.
Faith is all that keeps them going.
Only God can help us. Our city needs Him.
For decades, Santo Niño Church has stood as a pillar in this community of Tacloban. But then last week on Friday, a devastating storm and a massive wall of water came rushing towards the church. And today, it is filled with water, debris strewn on one side of the church, but yet it has not shaken the faith of the congregation members.
This is not supposed to be a time for us to complain to God.
Father Oliver Mazo is one of the vicars at Santo Niño. These days he has the difficult task of speaking life and hope into a city that has little of either.
Suffering comes in order for us to realize that earth is not the end of life, but there is heaven that we hope for.
A week after Typhoon Hayain cut a path of destruction across central Philippines, international relief agencies face the daunting task of aiding homeless survivors like Miriam, dirty, hungry, thirsty, and days away from giving birth. She, her husband, and one-year-old son live in this small shack.
We're so afraid and panicking that we don't know what to do.
Roads to and from the city are almost impassable, littered with debris, cars, and fallen trees. As authorities continue to find the dead, the living are desperately searching for food, water, and shelter. Some are still looking through the remains of destroyed homes, still searching for missing loved ones and belongings. On the streets of Tacloban, hundreds of soldiers are on watch, setting up numerous checkpoints to stop looting and the occasional violence. But spend some time here and you begin to understand the scale of the disaster and the challenges facing this nation. 500,000 people are homeless and nearly 4 million have been affected by the storm. Late this week, a hopeful sign as survivors lined up for handouts of rice and water. Back at Santo Niño, Father Mazo continues to encourage the faithful not to give up.
Suffering comes in order for us to realize that earth is not the end of life, but there is heaven that we hope for.
George Thomas, CBN News, Tacloban, Philippines.